Welcome to STS27,
27, yeah, man.
in which we have haters.
Yeah.
So, this is fantastic.
Respect where it's due, man. Guy put some effort in.
Yeah, of course, Kel's not here. Kel's at work. Kel had visitors over that he was taking care of. I'm not sure if that's, you know, take care of him or
Taking
take
care
of
of
him.
like, shall I grave out on the moor somewhere?
Yeah, but so Kel's not around, and of course that means we have, well, Serge is a regular now, so I guess we can't really say instead we have Serge.
Yeah. We also
Instead we
have
just-
a surge.
Instead we just have a hole where there used to be an Irishman.
I miss our resident Irishman.
I do as well. The first thing I'm going to get him to do, I want him to stay away now until STS33.
33.
just so he can do the introduction and be like, welcome to STS33.
A new caloric.
But no, Serge, so you, Xander, you know the hater story.
Yeah.
You don't know, do you,
Hilarious.
Serge?
No, I hadn't heard this. I was doing
Right,
something.
so I got like post today. Jay came into my room and like threw this package at me,
Oh,
and no, it wasn't expecting anything. Wasn't aware of this. This is an actual physical envelope that came to my house,
oh my.
and in it was a USB stick. Just in the corner of this envelope was a USB stick. So I took out the USB stick, put it into my PC. It had the USB stick was called Important. On it was one file, which was a Word document that was over 100 meg, called Important. I tried opening it, and it crashed my PC. Now, first off, people are going to be like, whoa, why did you put some random friggin' USB stick in your PC? Because I don't care. Like,
Quite frankly, I don't care.
all of my important stuff is backed up anyway. My Windows runs on an SSD, so if I need to wipe it, you know, it doesn't take that long.
Easily done.
Yeah. But it
Anyway.
crashed my PC, so the first thought was, oh, this can't be good. But, I rebooted my PC and I decided to try it again. And it opened.
Suffer for punishment.
Yeah. So, I managed to successfully open this file called Important.
Da 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 da.
Do you want to take a guess at what was in it, Serge?
Profanities galore.
Simply the words, fuck you. Over and over and over and over and over.
Oh, wow.
So many times that Word couldn't actually work out how many pages were in this document, even after leaving it open for 30 minutes.
Nice.
So whoever sent it, you made my day.
Oh,
Not
wow.
even mad.
Not even mad, bro.
Sheer impressed at the dedication that went into it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And on the bright side, I now have a new USB stick.
Yeah. Cheers for the free USB stick.
Although to be fair, all you need to ever do, if you ever want USB sticks, if you're ever in like the, I don't know, you want to make a USB stick fort or something, all you ever need to do is become press and go to like Eurogamer or Res or Gamescom,
Have
That's it.
goodies. Yeah.
because all press kits come on USB sticks for the most part, which means that you come away with enough USB sticks to turn
Sink a
them into a
battleship.
floating island and sail out into the seas. So, now that we've gotten the haters out of the way, I love you, by the way. All of you guys, like haters, fans, everyone. I'm deeply in love with all of you because you make our entire day. All of us here. You make like everyone laughed at this. Everyone's just like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We should have some dedicated fans.
Yeah.
Dedicated in the understatement of the century.
On the subject of haters, so the last video that I put out, because I've not been feeling too great, and I've been working on stuff in the background, so I haven't put out a video for the past few days.
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff with you this week, so
Mhm.
hopefully. But the last video I put out was Far Cry 3, and that's getting an interesting amount of hate. Like, the comments on it so far are things like, who are these idiots? Why won't they shut up? I just want to watch the game. And one of the greatest ones that I saw on the comments for that video was, well, they're Xbox players, what do you expect? because Xander's playing it on an Xbox controller. At which point I couldn't help. Like, I normally don't, I normally don't bite on haters. I normally counter-hate them, and they end up getting really irritated and going away. But this one I couldn't resist. I picked this guy out. The one that was like the Xbox players, what do you expect? I picked him out. I just simply replied with, "We're playing on a PC, mate." At which point, I was like, an hour after this, someone simply replied back to me and was just like, "Snap!"
Oh, snap, son.
Like, I was like, "Oh, you got told, boy."
Oh god, the people who watch our stuff are just as crazy as us.
It's nice. I must admit, I do like getting the occasional bit of hate because it shows that you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So, let's actually let's leave the haters alone now. Poor little haters.
They've had their moment.
Yeah, it's not
their moment in the sun.
And now off you go. Go on, back in your box. Go on, choo, choo. Back under
your
the
hole.
Right. So, Serge, let's start with you. How's your week been, Serge?
How's my week been? It's always a tough question. One I can never truly give a defining answer to.
Well, you've been getting loads of packages in the mail from Amazon, which I'm
Oh,
assuming
yeah.
a video.
Oh, yeah.
So you've
Has
got
it been
plenty to
hate-
talk about.
Have there been USB sticks filled with offensive messages?
Yeah.
Can you buy those on Amazon?
So, someone just sent you an Amazon gift. But no, I've been getting tons of parcels from Amazon. They're not sinister. Don't get me wrong, they're no parts or anything. As far as
So
we
what
know.
were in them? Come on.
Mostly stuff to get the Wii set up to play GameCube games. I've been playing a ton of old GameCube games recently.
Like what?
Star Fox Adventures. Some people say, yeah, good game. Other people say, the fuck.
I'm on the no side on that one. Sorry, dude.
I like all the Star Fox games. Most of them.
I love Lilac Wars.
But everyone loves Lilac Wars.
I know, right?
But Star Fox Adventures was a game I used to play, and I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it at the moment. And also been playing F-Zero GX, which is like...
F-Zero is always
F-Zero is like Wipeout's faster, more meth-addicted cousin.
good. Yeah.
And I've also got Mario Kart Double Dash coming in the mail as well. That still hasn't arrived, but I'm looking forward to playing that.
I'm going to have to interrupt you because I can hear you clicking away at sailing.
Oh, I'm collecting grass.
Caught red-handed.
No, you can stop gaming for just a little while
It's
to
addictive
talk
as
about
hell.
games.
Put the game
I
down.
know.
So for people who aren't in the know...
Let me finish getting these bits of grass.
No,
And
put it down. Don't make me slap you.
We'll come round to Xander and his addiction in a moment. Let's stay on you for now, Serge. So
Yeah.
what else have you been playing on the GameCube then? Or was
I
that
think
it?
that's it for the moment.
On the
GameCube games are
game.
expensive.
They are, aren't
Mhm. Surprisingly expensive.
they? I was trying to find, like, I have a strange addiction at the moment to old games, which is a weird one because everyone's like, oh, Dave's the graphics snob. And it's like, I'm not a goddamn graphics snob. I'm irritated by this statement. I'm not a graphics snob. I just believe that graphics play a big part in immersion and connectivity with the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I really just like things like Diablo 2 that give you a headache when you look at them.
I couldn't go back to playing that. Katie tried to get me to play it, and I honestly tried, and I have played all the way through it. I played it to death, but I couldn't go back to it.
No. Or the other one for me is Deus Ex, the original Deus Ex. Yes, it's a good game, but I don't like it now.
Yeah, I've tried,
bad.
and again, played Deus Ex to death. Love the game, you know what I mean? But I can't anymore.
No. So yeah. But I've been trying to pick up PlayStation 1 and PS2 and games for them, and they're pretty cheap. But I want to go back further than that. Like, I'd love to pick up
In 64
a
titles.
NES. No, a NES.
NES?
There was a game I used to play on the NES when I was a kid, and it was essentially before you had online leaderboards, but when you still had
You still had
you know
local
that
scoreboards.
wonderful moment of like you get top on a leaderboard and then you go off to bed and you wake up and some random person in another country's beating you and you're sat there looking at Barbie Dream Adventures high scoreboards going, "Who are you, Ken Lover 69?" But I used to play a game called High Speed, which was an old pinball game on the NES. And I would play that constantly. I'd play that like religiously as a kid. It was like I had all these games for the NES, and that was the only one that I played religiously, apart from Kickle. Kickle Ice Cube, or whatever it was called.
This is all before my time, I'm afraid.
I know, you're too young. You're too young, please.
I'll leave this conversation to you old timers.
Pinball games particularly, I don't know, have a special place in my heart, because it was one of the few games me and my dad spent quite a lot of time playing, because you could alternate back and forth.
That was the issue. Like I would play High Speed religiously, and I'd get the high score, and you know I'd be happy. I'd be at the top of the high score by a good margin. I'd go off to bed happy. And I'd wake up in the morning, and my dad would have come back from his taxi work. He would have played it for half an hour, then gone to bed, and then gone out to do his other work. And he would have beaten my score in that time. So I wake up in the morning, and it's just like, you bastard!
Spending all day trying to crack the score again.
So back before online leaderboards, my father was my arch nemesis at pinball. He was my Ken Lover 69.
That's
God damn
only
it.
in Norfolk, people. Only in Norfolk.
Oh God, not the Norfolk.
Kickle Ice Cube, I think it was called, was a fantastic game. No, that was it. Kickle Cubicle.
Kickle Cubicle.
Yes, Kickle Cubicle was a game on the NES that essentially you were a kid called Kickle, and you woke up in Fantasy Kingdom. And it had all been turned to ice, and you had to go through, and you had to like freeze things. It was a puzzle sort of game, and you were playing it on ice blocks, and you had to freeze like enemies and push them off the edge, and the ice would slide along and fall in the water, and you would have to like run through and collect these little bags. And when you collected them all, then all of the world would un-ice.
Okay.
And there were, I think, 4 different worlds.
When he left.
4 different worlds, and one of them was like the vegetable world, and I think one was the sweet world.
God, who's going to want to go to the vegetable world?
No idea, but each of the worlds contained a boss at the end, and then you beat the boss, and you think you've done the game, and then the king turns up and he's like, "Thank you, now the real challenge begins," or something. And then there was like a set of levels after this that were hard as balls.
So you think you've won?
In-game content.
Yeah. So I spent my entire childhood trying to unsuccessfully, I might add, beat the harder levels of Kickle Cube, and that irritated me. But yeah, so I'd love to pick it up and actually go back and try it again. And I know there are people who are like, "Oh, why don't you just get a ROM of it?"
See, this is where I'm gonna show my age, and I meant to mention this last week when I was reading up in the bits of news and stuff. That a game of my youth is effectively having its 3rd installment put together.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah, very likely. It's the first game I ever played on a computer, which was Elite.
Yes.
Is getting its 3rd installment. I can't wait for that. I'd be done if it's as good as it should be. Then it may well be the last game I play for a long time. Because I'm just like, goodbye, universe. Goodbye, real world. It was nice knowing you.
So, all of us have been playing Salem more than we should have.
Yes, an ungodly amount of Salem. Minecraft levels of Salem when that game came out.
Yeah.
So Salem is an MMO, a crafting MMO that's currently in beta, and it revolves around crafting. It really does. Everything is crafting.
You go into the world, you pick things up, you smash them together to create more powerful things, to level you up, to create more powerful things, to smash them together, etc., etc.
Ad nauseum.
Yeah. It's set in...
But it has permadeath, which is the thing. Now, I don't want to talk too much about Salem, actually. I want to talk about Greedmonger.
Oh, you were talking about this last night. You read about it last night.
Greedmonger was the...
very similar
crafting-focused MMO, the crafting-focused sandbox MMO that's on Kickstarter at the moment. And it's got 15 days to go. And it reached its pledge of $30,000 in 224 backers.
Wow.
Nice.
So if
so it made $37,777 in 224 backers, which is an average donation of $168.
that's a lot of money for an average donation, especially when you consider the actual donator level perks that you were explaining last night. Those were amazing.
That was what I wanted to mention. So if you pledge $500, you get the medium guild pack. Now I want to explain exactly how Greedmonger works first. Greedmonger is a free-to-play MMO, and the way it makes its money is off of land sales. You can buy parcels of land, and you buy them from the game, and they will cost $20
you a chunk of
each.
land. Yeah.
Yes, but you can then sell your land to another player for X amount, however much you want, because you're the one that's selling it. Yeah, but the game creators will take a 15% cut as the estate agents, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's how they make money from this game. So you buy and sell land, and there's things like dragons in the game, and animals and monsters and crafts.
Kinds of nasty things to screw you over.
Yeah, but so if you pledge $500, you get the medium guild pack, which gives you all of the above ones. I'm not going to go through those, but it gives you a 26 parcel of land block, and it gives you a guild. This parcel of land, this 26 parcels, is referred to as a guild city.
Yeah.
And in the guild city, you can have your guild leader's real face modelled onto a stone statue and placed in the city.
Nice, so we can go and fell a statue of you.
So it would be fantastic to have a statue just in there and just be able to pull it down, Saddam style,
your face down the street.
It just it's like, that's it. We're all leaving the guild. We don't like the guildmaster anymore. Throw ropes over his statue and haul it down and take it with you.
Kind of gives me a very Rock of Ages vibe.
Oh, it gets better. So if you buy the 2,500 pledge, you get 60 parcels of land on your own island.
On your own private island. Wow.
Which is crazy. And they seem like they're doing interesting things with it. Like, it doesn't come out until next year. But if you pledge, of course, you can get access to the game. But they're actually going to make it so that there are ages of time and tech that you'll go through. So you'll evolve through, like, the Stone Age and the Iron Age and all these things. But you can actually get into the Space Age and discover the ability to settle other planets.
Wow.
And that's the interesting one for me. Like, they seem like they're trying to do a lot. I wonder if that's just a case of each different planet is... Well, they could do each planet as a different server and then not do anything in space.
Could do.
But, yeah. So, let's talk more games that we've been playing. You played... What else did you play, Sander? Apart from Salem.
Yeah.
You played something.
Yeah, I was playing around with bits and pieces on the consoles, just going through... I had to go to the Need for Speed game.
Yeah. Go on then.
Just to quantify just how utterly terrible it was.
Need for Duty.
Yeah.
Do you want us to shut up, or you can just get it all off your chest?
No, it's just... We pretty much said it all last week. We'll just be covering all ground. It's a disappointment, and it is a nail in the coffin of the franchise.
Does it make you sad?
It makes me very sad in my pants.
It made me sad in the eyes.
How many years ago was it that you played your first Need for Speed game?
Jesus Christ! What year did the 3DFX Voodoo 2 come out?
I don't know.
I'll find out, and there's your answer.
3DFX Voodoo 2. I'm actually Googling it right now. 3DFX Voodoo 2. The Voodoo 2 came out in 1998, apparently. February 1998 as a replacement to the original Voodoo chipset.
Yeah. There you go. I had a Voodoo 2 3DFX with a Matrox Mystique as the 2D card. Because that only did the 3D, so you had to have a 2D card, and then you ran a cable out with a 2D card into there, and then from there to your monitor.
So you played the first Need for Speed
Need for Speed 2.
Need for Speed 2.
And the 3DFX version. and it looked beautiful for the time. I think back then it's horrendous.
Yeah, Need for Speed 2 came out in '97, so.
Yeah, it was '98 when I played my first one because I played it with. I got a copy with the Voodoo 2, I believe.
Okay, so that's what 15 years ago now.
Yeah, way to rub it in.
To be honest, though,
not to be not trying to rub it in there, old man.
To be honest,
simply saying that back in those ages when I'm pretty sure you didn't have electricity and had to rub sticks together to be able to play your video games.
Yeah.
Back when the wheel was a fantastic new invention.
So it was part of your childhood then.
Yeah, it really was, and I've seen it, and I've quite enjoyed the way various bits of the franchise have evolved. There's generally been something to like, at least.
There was always a rule in Need for Speed: for every good one, there's a bad one.
Yeah.
For every underground, there's a run.
I miss Underground.
I do miss Underground. Underground 2 were two very good games.
I completed Underground.
I completed Underground.
Was all right
in an afternoon.
But Underground.
In an afternoon.
Underground annoyed me because all the roads looked like they were made of plastic.
You're so picky.
Everything looked like it was made of plastic because everything had that shiny finish on it.
I can do you one better than that. So, Underground came out when I was in school.
That was the first one I played.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long ago it came out, but it came out when I was in school. I got a phone call when playing Underground one day, which was from my dad. And he simply asked me, is there any way to play Underground with it being daytime? Because I can't see the fucking road. And it was like, no, it's a... What? No!
That's brilliant.
Need for Speed, joyful day ride.
Need for Speed. Need for Speed Underground, Sunday Driver Edition.
Jaunt around the countryside edition.
You just drive very peacefully around these roads, trying not to aggro the cops.
Trying to find a parking space. Oh, genius.
So, how about we discuss some news?
I think we've got about 7 minutes left. So
no, we don't. No, we got about 15 of Black Ops 2 is currently playing in the background for those that aren't aware. And if you want to comment on my skill in Black Ops 2, you can just not bother.
I haven't.
This is a conversation that doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
No,
it's been a while since we've played. It's been a while since we've played FPS, and I'm guessing Core is just like any other non-hardcore version, which is everybody's a damn bullet sponge.
Yes, everyone is a bullet sponge. Everyone loves to jump, and there were way too many people running around with MP7s with laser sights, hip firing, with their.
This is why I never played. I always played hardcore. If you didn't play hardcore,
but
I'm not interested.
There's no kill confirmed in hardcore this time
because they don't want people to play it.
So I'm playing core kill confirmed because the option is hardcore deathmatch, where everyone camps.
Yeah.
Or kill confirmed.
This is where hardcore kill confirmed was the perfect balance. It was people aren't bullet sponges, but you can't have camping nutsacks that know that if you sit in this corner and shoot through this corner of this car, it travels just through this door, out this window here, and it'll hit this guy at head level when he runs out of that round that corner. Give over. So you get people that sit there the whole game. But kill confirmed, you can sit there and do that all you want. Doesn't matter. Won't get any points for it.
I must admit, I like the Pig 10 system in Black Ops 2, but at the same time, I'm irritated at the Pig 10 system because of the amount. Like, I'm not level 50 yet. I've not prestiged. I'm still only level 15.
Oh dear, just not hardcore enough, Dave.
Yeah, so I've not unlocked a ton of stuff before anyone's like, oh, you need to unlock more stuff. But it's like the Pig 10 system. It's a case of, okay, I'll take the new weapon that I'm starting with, so I don't have any attachments on it, and I'll pick up a gun and an extra grenade. And then I'll unlock an attachment for the gun, I'll drop the grenade, and I'll put the attachment on. And I'll unlock another one, and I'll drop the gun, my secondary gun, and I'll put another attachment on it. So it feels like, I do have this freedom to do that, but they could do so much more with this system.
I did say this is almost It's weird. I said exactly this kind of thing would happen, though, didn't I?
It's a step in the right direction. It's good, but it's not quite great.
Yeah.
Needs more work. But it's nice to see innovation, quote unquote.
I was going to say it's hardly innovation, though. This is very, very similar to a number of other FPS's existing implementations. It's nothing innovative. Nothing that they shouted that it was going to be. It's not the game changer that
I
they
like
were hyping it to be.
I like their unlock system. I like their unlock system, though. So you unlock the weapons and everything with tokens. You unlock your kill streaks, well, score streaks now. And your weapons and everything with tokens. You get tokens when you level up. You can unlock the stuff as you level, picking what you want to unlock. Each gun then has its own leveling, so you have to use the gun to get good with it so that you can unlock the attachments and everything.
Yeah, so you don't just get access to certain attachments for certain weapons.
Anything that increases the gun's abilities are attached to the gun, so things that reduce hip spread or faster reload or all that kind of stuff is attachments for the weapons.
Right.
Which is good.
That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So I like that system.
So, overall game going in the right direction, going in the wrong direction?
Just another Black Ops?
Or is it just another Call of Duty game?
For the most part, it's just another Call of Duty game, which I'm happy with. Like I don't feel like I don't pick up Call of Duty games.
That's fair enough, but they come so thick and fast and at such a hefty price tag. $39.99, 40 quid. If pretty much every what is it?
6 months.
6 months?
Are you
kidding?
No, the last Call of Duty was a year ago, because the season pass ran for a year, and the last DLC for it came out like last month, just before this one came out. But see, I know what I'm getting when I buy a Call of Duty game. I know what I'm getting.
It's like going to McDonald's.
You know what you're getting when you go to McDonald's, and I accept that.
I can kind of see that point, actually. As that analogy left my mouth, it's like, well...
I know what I'm going to get when I buy a Call of Duty game.
You're going to have a bunch of noobs that you can run around and on their face, because most of them can't aim for toffee.
I like the Call of Duty games. I do. Not all of them. And I don't love them. I just like them. I enjoy them for what they are. I enjoy them because when I've had a bad day or when I just want to get away, I can just listen to some music and just go shoot some people.
So
fair enough. I can.
But I will say right now, cons. They've changed the game modes. They've removed some of my personal favorites, which I can understand if they, I can understand if it's like a weird analogy, but if it's like cockpit mode in Grid 2, for example, if I was one of the few that played Hardcore Kill Confirmed, I can understand why they removed it, and that's fine. But it was a personal game mode that I liked. And I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that it's gone now. But I can understand to some degree why.
Yeah.
But I would love there to be more guns, and I'd love them to evolve the Pick 10 system into something truly fantastic.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. But we can only wait and see what they do next year.
In the next installment.
Speaking of FPS's mind, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a petition on change.org currently to get a HD version of the Time Splitters games in development.
I saw the Crisis guys.
Yes, Crytek have said
mentioning
they've
that.
actually officially stated that if there's enough interest, they'll consider, not definite, but they'll consider making the Time Splitters games into our HD collection.
See, I've never played any of the Time Splitters games.
They are very good games.
Console-based.
I'm about to get stoned for this. I didn't think they were anything special.
Really?
I never played any. They were console-based, weren't they?
They were.
Oh god,
they were on the
they're at my door.
Quick, Dave, get the wooden barricades.
I liked the Time Splitters guys.
I really liked the Time Splitters games. It was one of the games that I grew up with.
I don't know.
I enjoyed shooting me some flaming monkeys.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just the
I tell you.
Sentimental. Maybe it is rose-tinted spectacles.
Maybe maybe
it's
maybe
the generation
for you,
younger
it
than
could
me
be
and
Jet
you.
Set Radio. Maybe it's your Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
I hope it isn't.
Just be careful with that one.
Anyway, it could be rose-tinted spectacles. It might not be. It might be a dream come true again. But definitely one to keep an eye on. Very good series of games.
I'll tell you the other interesting bit of news this week in regards to, like, in air quotes, lifelines. Ubisoft mentioned that they would be tempted by some of the THQ assets.
I'm wondering exactly what, mind. I wouldn't mind seeing Red Faction get rescued because I'm a big Red Faction fan.
No, to be fair, I don't give a flying fuck what Ubisoft take from THQ as long as we get Saints Row 4.
Yes. Yes.
Or sorry, it's not called Saints Row 4. It's like the next great adventure in the Saints Row whatever. The next great Saints Row sequel or whatever the F they were calling it. The Enter the Dominatrix expansion that turned into its own game.
Yes.
Thing. Yeah. As long as we see that,
you will be happy. I will be happy. Everyone can be happy, except Luke who hasn't played them, but I'll make him.
Yeah, I've never actually gotten around to playing.
I wouldn't mind seeing Darksiders actually get, end. I wouldn't mind seeing a Darksiders 3 and a 4 and just seeing that whole kind of them do the Four Horsemen and just leave it be. But they're not. The Darksiders games aren't fantastic when it comes to how much money they make.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that would really love to see Metro Last Light and, see the other games. Like, I know those games are pretty much nearly finished or they're done and they're coming out soon. But THQ might go anywhere at any point. THQ are in trouble.
They are definitely in trouble. I saw a webpage dedicated to how much THQ is worth. I think it was like 2,000 expensive cars and a bunch of other stuff. But
not a vast amount then.
No.
There was the interesting thing of I know it's quite odd, being in the industry and mentioning other people's reports and stuff. But I was listening to John Boncast, and they mentioned in there that he was mentioning about this, and they mentioned that the THQ call that they sit on where they tell them when the game's coming out and all the financials and stuff. They were like, we have no financial forecast, and we're not answering questions. Goodbye.
Wow.
And so it's like, for a company to do that, there's trouble.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of Saints Row, you guys have seen the GTA 5 trailer, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I have.
Actually, looks like I'll quite enjoy that.
I will admit, I haven't played very many Grand Theft Auto games, but that...
It reminds me, it reminds me of San Andreas in the more... Because San Andreas was more off the wall, if you know what I mean, in a lot of places than your average Grand Theft Auto.
Hey, Nico, let's go bowling.
I didn't mind 4 that much, but only for Brucey. I liked Brucey.
I wasn't that hung up on 4. 4 seemed... San Andreas was big. I think that's what it was. I liked the expansiveness and the multitude of things to do.
There was a...
I know there was a lot in 4, but it felt a lot more enclosed and limited.
Do you think that's because it was in a city?
It was a lot more closed, though. Even when you say yes,
no, but I said
just because it was in a city, because you could do the city and still have it, open, a lot more, a lot less enclosed, like it was. Like San Andreas, there was, crap, you could get in a jumbo jet, and it took you a little while to fly from one side of the map to the other in a 747 equivalent.
You're just talking about like grand scope of maps. Then GTA 5 is going to be huge. They've already mentioned that. I think the last time I saw anything about it, they said that it was going to be larger than 4 San Andreas and Red Dead Redemption combined, or something stupid.
See, now I'm even more interested.
Not as big as Fuel.
Because that was what I liked about San Andreas, the fact it was massive. And the kind of the nature of the quests changed a lot all the way through the story.
I have hope. The new trailer looked awesome.
So yeah,
I'm really
5
interested in
looks
seeing
good.
more. But we should probably start wrapping up.
Yeah.
So have you got anything you want to mention quickly before we go? Either of you two?
We'll be playing some more NS2 on Saturday at 8 PM if anybody's interested.
You and me, Dave, will be doing the Warriors of the North King's Bounty video this week.
Indeed, we will.
Mm-hmm.
I need to somehow pull myself away from Salem to play more King's Bounty.
Good luck with that.
Going to trade one time sink for
I know,
another.
right?
It's fine. I know that as soon as Xander pulls himself away from Salem, he'll just gravitate back towards Mech Warrior. So I can't win whichever way I slap him upside the head.
It's all right. I'll stop taking meth. I'll just go and take up heroin instead.
Like, that's some good heroin.
Oh crap.
So yeah, we've got NS2 this Saturday. At what time, Sander?
8 p.m. GMT.
8 p.m. GMT. There you go. So, from myself, Xander, and Serge, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I hope you enjoy whatever you're playing. If it's Black Ops 2, I hope you're enjoying it. If it's not Black Ops 2, then I hope you're enjoying whatever you play.
Let us know what you're playing in the comments below.
Whatever you're playing, I hope you enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And if you have any questions, queries, or comments, leave them, Xander.
Serge just did that bit.
I beat you to
under me. He did it under me.
Yeah.
So I'm just clarifying.
That would be below, right?
Yes.
You're trying to do a meme.
Below Surge's below.
Yeah.
So not above Surge's below. Below Surge's below. Not above.
Confused me now.
Below. I know, right? So we will catch you for the next video. Peace.
In a while.
Good night.